Alright, so of course I'm GS Aster with the 9, alongside here with me is...
GS Sneep.
Alright, so let's go into the ban and pick phase. So we have begun Rek'Sai, Quinn, Elise, and Tahm Kench, Gragas, Victor.
Yeah, so all fairly standard bans coming in from both teams, and I guess right off the bat we did see that SLU did go for the first pick, Alistar. Alistar, once again, the best support in the current meta right now. And we do see the Echo and Ezreal being picked in for SLU as well. And that Ezreal is actually probably going to be for the mid lane for Seroma. Seroma really likes that Ezreal, and I wouldn't be surprised if they went Ezreal mid instead. And with that Bane lock-in, that is going to be the Ezreal mid and the Alistar top.
Wow, so that's like a lot of roll you over champs here with the Alistar, Echo, and if they do lock in that Olaf, can be as well.
Yeah, looks like they really just want to brute force their way into the enemy team. The enemy team, of course, having pretty good ways to deal with it. They do have that Trundle and they do have that Kindred. The Kindred ultimate is extremely effective against those champions that just want to get in your face and just kill you instantly.
That's true. Alright, so for the composition of Central Philippine University, it's a support Trundle, top lane Malphite, and they were hovering over the Kayle, but now it's going to be possibly a Zyra, because that's the second time they're looking at it.
Yeah, I think they really want to take this Zyra. I think Omnight's pretty comfortable with this Zyra, so if they do go for that, that might be the Trundle top, but we'll see what happens. Actually, that might be the Malphite top and Trundle jump. No, they have the Kindred. So, Trundle support, they need their mid laner. That's going to be a Lux mid. LeBlanc mid. Wow.
I like how they did that in the last second.
Yeah.
So I kind of like this LeBlanc now. Like she, in my opinion, she makes any kind of composition work really well, because like she can make like 100 to 0 like very fast if she gets her itemization.
Yeah, there's a lot of targets to burst down in this comp. You do have that Ezreal and you do have that Bane. Both fairly squishy targets for LeBlanc to hunt down.
That's true. Not only, you don't, aside from looking for the kills with the LeBlanc, just chipping down those opponents, making them, fear the damage and putting them to low HP can translate into even more objectives. And CPU has that composition. They have the Malphite, they have the Kindred, as well as that Trundle. And this actually is a nice Trundle pick because, well, you can't unstoppable force the Ragnarok with the Olaf.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah,
can.
so the Ice Pillar is a really nice counter to the Olaf if they can position it properly. We can, how to say this, redirect where he can go for like a couple of seconds, which might buy them some time to stop this rampaging Berserker.
Yeah, let's see how this Olaf fares against the Malphite in the top lane. They do, of course, need to shut him down. Make sure he doesn't get too scary in that top lane. And for me, all eyes are in this mid lane matchup between Seroma and Cuss. Cuss had an extremely good game yesterday in the tiebreaker matches, playing that Lux against, I believe it was MIT.
Yes.
And Seroma, probably the star player of this SLU team. He's been carrying them really hard throughout this season, and he's a really talented player. I believe he's ranked 4 on the solo queue ladder, so really
He's pretty high up there.
Yeah, it's top 5. That's top 5.
Yeah, exactly. He's really high up there.
Yeah, really high.
Really high up there.
Seroma, eyes on him. I'm
That's
expecting
true.
a lot.
So he did lock in, or sorry, he did pick his summoner spells, which is the teleport and the flash, against a LeBlanc with ignite and flash. So that means that, for the LeBlanc, before the Ezreal recalls and then teleports back into lane, I would say has much more threat to get that 1v1 in the mid lane, possibly snowballing her lane in that Ezreal matchup.
Yeah, that's definitely true, and LeBlanc can do a lot of things with this Ezreal. Ezreal not exactly the tankiest champion in that mid lane, and
That's true.
LeBlanc just really needs to get those kills in that early again against Seroma if she wants to really be effective come the mid game. And Seroma is just probably going to be looking to farm up, get that Tear of the Goddess, get the Iceborne Gauntlet for the earlier parts of this game.
Yes, so that does include the pre-game analysis for Game 1. Of course, we still have our match and win. If I'm not mistaken, one of the skins that will be available in that bundle is the Dunk.
Master
Dank.
Darius. Dank.
The Dank Master
Dank
Darius.
mayonnaise.
Yeah, so compared to yesterday's match and win, we have right now a legendary skin to be given away with the other skins. I'll come back to you guys on that. I'm still uncertain. I'll get the information as soon as we go into the Rift. And of course, again, this is a best of 3 series. We are now into the quarter-finals, going into the semifinals, and of course to the finals. So these two guys or these two teams are fighting off for that spot for the semifinals, and of course for a chance to go into the finals, which ultimately can put them in that second LCL champion title.
Second?
Like
Third. I think it's the third. This is the third LCL.
Yeah, sorry, third LCL.
Third season of LCL so far.
Okay, so all right. So how was your day yesterday? I mean, after our very exhausting and I would say prolonged casting, we went to the War Gods Guada for that Rumble Royale Community Day, which was a actually really fun event. Even like we were super late, 10:30 tayo dumating, and then there were still like a lot of people playing games.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun custom modes being played there, and
yeah,
that was nice.
Kill the Teemo, man. That was pretty fun. Like they showed that people still care about the minion.
Yeah, it's really sad that the minion's gonna be gone. Actually, I haven't played the minion in probably 2 years or so,
that's
I don't really care. And guys, once again, here are the match and win mechanics, and
yes, here are the match and win mechanics, and you can see right here the pictures of the skins that we are giving away. So that is the
Sweeper Alistar,
Striker Lucian, Dank Dunk,
Master
Mr. Darius. They also have the goalkeeper Maokai, is that right?
Yeah, goalkeeper Maokai and
Superfan Gragas. So that's pretty good. All of them actually have almost the same uniform except for the Darius.
Dunk Master, yeah.
Yeah, the Dank Master Darius.
Dank Master Darius, guys. Best skin.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. When I saw that skin, I feel like if I get this, I feel like I'm gonna be like Sakuragi or something.
I have no idea who that is.
Slam Dunk, man.
That's an anime, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't know. I don't really watch anime.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I guess so. Cause like it's the most, I don't know, one of the most basic animes that Filipino children know about. Cause like they always show it in ABS or I don't know, it's GMA when I was a child. So, you know, it's just a blast from the past when you do see that Dank Master Darius. Okay, so let's go into the Summoner's Rift as we do begin this best of 3 series between St. Louis University versus Central Philippine University. For the blue side, it is going to be SLU. In the top lane, it's going to be Rook. Oh, so this is the squad that has chess names on them.
Yeah,
nice.
this is. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Rook in the Rook Yin on that top lane. Olaf in the jungle. It's going to be Knight with the Echo in the mid lane. Saroma on the Ezreal. And in the bottom lane duo, we have King Tut on the Vayne. And his support will be Pawn playing that Alistar.
And for the red side, we have Central Philippine University. For the top laner, we have Pacifist on that Malphite. For the jungle, we have Raging Tacos playing that Kindred. For the mid lane, we have Cuss on that LeBlanc. And for that bot lane duo, we do have Lucian and Trundle on being played by Yan Yan and Obnite.
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 Yeah, I think it sounds better if like it's like a
sounds like a Pokemon.
Actually, yeah. It's either a Pokemon or a type of mineral. Obenite, stalactite.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Alright, so we're still waiting for these two teams to unpause the game and let us, you know, enjoy that action. And what is the name of that hand puppet again?
His name's Wallet.
Can we like show him on stream? I think we can.
Alright.
Can we show the wallet on stream? For our viewers out there who, I would say, enjoy or appreciate a cute figure. So, oh my god,
hey
Wallet's...
oh, Wallet's messed up on the screen.
He's a ghost.
He's the ghost.
He's the ghost of Wallet. Wait,
Alright.
let's make a hand go over him. Oh no, wow.
Maybe
wow.
in front.
No.
Oh, no.
Wow. So you can see here, Wallet, the I would say he's the hand mascot. Can you see just mascot or hand mascot?
I think it's just the mascot.
Yeah, the mascot for
the
now.
puppet mascot?
Yeah, of the Garena Shoutcasters. Oh look, he's tired now. He's gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, we're just waiting for that pause to finish up. Looks like the players are having some connectivity problems. And actually, we're going to be resuming the game right now.
Wow, I like how you said they have connectivity issues and then they immediately unpause.
Yeah, so they're trolling me.
All right, so we have begun. So I guess nothing to talk about yet. So let's check out the skins that these players are using. So it shall be the Prince of Persia Echo here, which is, you know, I actually saw it coming when Echo was released.
The Prince, well, I guess it's thematically appropriate.
Yeah,
The-
Sands of Time Echo, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so oh, this is the Eyesore Malphite. Okay.
You don't like the Shamrock Malphite?
No, dude. I was talking about like how, you know, how annoying it looked like, but the color, it just makes it look really good. Like how it stands out badly makes it like a really good skin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the Malphite skin I own, so...
Yeah, I think that's one of the first ever skins to be released in League of Legends. Like, it's a skin, but then it's like a chroma pack.
Yeah, they had those. I think like some of the first skins to be released were like White Ash or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Black
What
Alistar.
else? Yellow Akali.
Yeah,
Red
that's true.
Akali.
Well, Akali came in a bit later. She
Yeah,
was
but
one of the older
same concept, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
What?
Because like when the champions were released, when they were releasing the champions, they usually released them with like 2 chroma type of skins. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
Crimson and then the yellow Akali. Then I think
Shen.
Kennen got the yellow like Kennen got like 3 skins. I
Yeah,
think.
yellow and red.
Yellow, red, and green. The swamp.
I can't remember if there's a swamp.
Swamp Master Kennen.
Really? I can't remember that.
It's a Yoda skin.
I see, I see. So it's going to be the leash here onto the red buff here onto Night C. So is it possible though that he might go for an invade or an immediate level 2 gank?
We will have to see. However, it is heavily warded in that river, so he will be spotted out if he does decide to go for it. And all eyes on the mid lane, like I said. It's going to be a really interesting matchup.
That's true, and this is kind of, I would say, not not normal for me to see that a pink ward is purchased, because there is a danger of that being taken out earlier, but CPU put a lot of bodies there to defend that pink ward, and it's going to be there for a long time, so if ever, you know, Night Sea comes into the river, they have vision of that right off the bat.
Yeah, so Trundle, as a result, will be having 1 less health potion in that bot lane. Probably won't be needing it, to be honest, unless this Alistar decides to just go really aggressive.
That's true. And if actually they like press tab and then, wow, look at that damage from Cuss though. But Saroma, he angled his skill shots right, and he puts damage back onto that LeBlanc. Actually, I was about to say, like, if Pawn or King Tut, you know, presses tab or something, and they see like, oh, why does this Trundle only have like 1 potion?
Yeah.
You know, that's gonna
So they
indicate.
do know what's
Yeah,
keeping
okay.
Tacos in the early game.
Alright, Tacos does have his red buff along with the E and the dancing arrows from that Kindred, not forcing. Oh, actually, they did force the ghost coming out of Rook there, so I'd say that's mission accomplished, as well as Pacifist will be able to, you know, get some better CS, as Rook was actually bullying him out a little bit.
Yeah, the CS advantage is in favor of Rook. However, like you said, with that gank, he won't be much safer, and wow.
Wow, nice mechanics there coming out of Cuss. He wanted to actually distortion in so that he won't get hit by that parallel convergence and then flashes out just for the safety of it.
Yeah, so really well played by Cuss, and it goes to show how mechanically skilled these 2 mid laners are. And looks like Raging Taco's going for a gank in that mid lane. Looks like Knight has the same idea as well. Will we see a gank coming through?
Alright, we do see right now that Yanyan's being left to the dogs, as Trundle got spotted out by Knight there in the mid lane. We do see that Tacos as well was a little bit onto the other side of the map, but now he's gonna be getting that Scuttler. Sadly enough though, I don't think that's a Scuttler that gives you the passive. Yeah, it's not marked.
Yeah,
But
it's
he's,
not marked.
yeah, but he's gonna go back into the top lane, and now Rook does not have his Ghost up. His passive is gonna go for this. He does have his flash, so there you go. It's going to be an easy gank that coming out of Tacos, but I think Pacifist didn't have to do that. He expended his flash, but still,
Yeah,
job
better
well
safe
done.
than sorry.
That's true.
It looked like Rook knew that he had really nowhere to run, no Ghost available, so went for the kill, tried to go for the kill onto Pacifist. However, Pacifist managed to live with a sliver of HP, and the kill will be going to Kindred, first blood.
Yeah, and you really don't want to do that actually, as Kindred goes in for another gank into that mid lane. Saroma forcing himself to flash over the wall. And sadly enough though, for the side of CPU, mid lane and top lane are actually better off with that Kindred, but bottom lane though, because Obinite did respond a little bit to that mid lane, there is a while ago like a 12 CS differentiation from Yan and King.
Yeah, and we do see that Saroma, interestingly enough, is going AP rather than going for that blue build in that mid lane. So does have the Fiendish Codex and the Doran's ring completed. So that's gonna be really interesting to see how that works for him coming towards the mid game and the late game.
Yeah, his Roshan Barrage is gonna hurt, as well as the Essence Flux, though auto attack wise, not sure about that. Rook here, he has the aggressive Nindying just going in onto Pacifist. Look at that, Pacifist so low in HP. Oh my god, an undertow hitting him, slowing him down. One more, can he pick up the undertow for last hit? Oh,
wow.
And the sidestep from Pacifist. Fancy footwork there, coming from the top lane of CPU.
And very well played by Pacifist, once again surviving, again with the sliver HP. Vision control being placed down.
Oh, this is kind of dangerous here for Rook. Alright, so he will see Raging Toggles. He will just be able to embrace that wave being pushed by Rook there. Rook does have his TP, so he can come back into this lane a little bit faster, possibly push out the lane and then make it reset, as Pacifist did have to buy that boots in order for him to at least reach his, back into his lane a little bit faster.
Yeah, so let's see what happens now. We do see that Rook has bought 2 longswords and the
Ruby
Crystal, so that might be the Phage and probably the Black Cleaver, perhaps, I'm thinking, as the first item for Olaf.
That's true. And he's not really gonna have, I would say, a hard time against the Malphite, since he can just, throw the undertows and then just chip through the Malphite's HP with his Reckless Strike? Reckless Swing? Swing.
Reckless Swing.
Yeah, that deals that true damage. Oh, Saroma here is actually pretty low in HP, mana already, as Cuss does deal the hurt onto him. Gank in the mid lane though. We do see that Raging Tacos as well as Knight will be there to support both of their mid laners, but look at this. Oh wait, where is it? There we go. There's the gank into that mid lane, as I think, it was Knight who was saving Saroma there.
Yeah, so nothing came out of that mid lane gank, and no summoners for either Cuss.
Here he comes! The Queen has arrived, and she will get the kill. Second kill coming in for CPU. What was that, Saroma? A little bit too...
Yeah, a bit too overconfident right there,
true.
Recalling extremely near Cuss and barely under the turret. Cuss easily able to get that kill with this ultimate.
Yeah, the Mimic Distortion.
The Mimic Distortion.
That's true. Again, why was Saroma in that angle? Super exposed. I mean, if he was like someone who had CC, maybe, but not like that.
Yeah, Arcane Shift wasn't enough to get him away from that kill attempt coming in from LeBlanc.
Yeah, Ethereal Chains was really nicely placed, putting him to where his opponent belonged. In the top lane, though, 44 CS actually in the hands of Pacifist, but Rook still having that advantage against the Malphite. There is the passive of Kindred being activated onto Rook, so Rook here, as he sees that, backs off immediately. So this is kind of nice from Raging Tacos, like the mind games just from the passive of the Kindred, making that Olaf, a little bit afraid.
Yeah, well, looks like he's not that afraid instead, as he's going back to this lane playing very aggressive.
Yeah, I guess he was just...
he needs to be careful though, as Kindred's on his way up.
Yeah, he's pinging the Tri-Brush, so he's kind of afraid.
Yeah, but then not to the point where he's playing super safe.
That's true, and because if he does something like that, he won't be able to get the items that a Olaf needs to wreck his opponent. Look at that damage coming out of Cuss.
Nice
oh
trade.
My god, doesn't even allow Saroma to use another Arcane Shift out of there. What is happening with Saroma there? He just looked like he's being a bit too, I would say, lazy with his movements.
And the LeBlanc doing a very good job with these plays in that mid lane, and that's a 2-0 LeBlanc now, very scary, and he's just gonna make life harder, much harder for Saroma from here on out once he's able to complete those items.
That's true, because, well, Saroma, of course, as an AP Ezreal, you don't want to build that Abyssal Scepter.
Yeah, you prefer to just go for that raw ability power.
Yeah, so his magic is going to be pretty much non-existent against, you know, this insane damage of the LeBlanc. Look at that, though. Here comes the cow delivery system as Pawn uses the headshot, or the headbutt and pulverize combo to put Yan Yan into his loving arms as he was forced to flash away. Here comes Thomas being a little bit too antsy there, but here comes another knock-up onto Yan Yan, but where is King? He's actually stopped by the Ice Splitter coming out of Obanite, and while that was happening in the top lane, Rook was able to just bully Pacifist, even forcing the flash, but still finalizing the kill. What was that?
Yeah. Really interesting play coming in from Pacifist.
Can we see that top lane play come? You know, how Pacifist or how Pacifist died and Rook got the kill on
but
him.
it looks like that Rook's aggressiveness in that top lane finally paid off. And Raging Toggles with that gank in the bot lane.
Okay, so here comes Raging Tacos. He gets the slow, but here comes Pacifist in the backline. We're just going for the ground slam, as that will be a 2-0 in favor of CPU. So here we go in the top lane. We do see right now that Rook goes in with the ultimate, hits 2 of his undertows, so that's really nice from him. And, well, Pacifist... Yeah,
No mana.
Yeah, no mana. So he can't do anything. And
This time around, Rook stayed long enough to make sure he got that kill rather than relying on his undertows to secure it, preventing any chance of that dodge, sidestep.
You're not going to be looking for a second time.
Yeah.
That's true. But they have to respect Rook as well as his 1-1-0 with a Phage. But here comes Gus. Might he get that dragon? No, he will not. But actually he forces out, I believe, the smite from Knight there. If only he timed it correctly, he might have actually gotten the steal, as Knight was a little bit too wary, and he did pull that trigger on the smite a little bit too fast.
Yeah, so very well played coming in from, I believe it was SLU, as even though CPU were the ones who started that dragon, SLU was the one who secured it in the end. CPU, of course, forced to recall after getting pretty low from that bot lane clash, not having their ultimates available either.
Very true. Now there is a 2,000 gold advantage here for the side of CPU. That's pretty, I would say, big, around 13-minute mark. Not big enough that, you know, it'll be a stomp for CPU, but still, it's some ways for SLU to come back from.
Yeah, there's definitely room for a comeback in this game, and we do see that Raging Tacos wasn't on the top side of the map. Looking to get a gank, however, playing a bit safe.
Morel Lomicon completed for Saroma as well as Cuss there, but Cuss, with that LeBlanc, has been a little bit too effective against Saroma in that mid lane, not allowing Saroma to actually be impactful on the other lanes, possibly with a True Shot Barrage or, you know, his teleport, as Saroma, I think this is the second time, a third time that he uses teleport to get back into lane.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what Saroma decides to build next. Wow, that damage coming from both members, and Romo actually came on top from that trade.
Yeah, there's a lot of the skill shots actually from Cuss missing, and that Essence Flux is really bullying out that LeBlanc. It's not the same with Mystic Shot that can be blocked by a minion, so it's pretty good in terms of like getting that free harass.
Yeah, definitely, and let's see if this is going to change for that mid lane, as in the past we've seen Cuss bully him out.
Alright, we see right now an engage in the bottom lane as Yan Yan puts quite a bit of damage onto Pon. Here comes Cuss actually using the first distortion to, well, get in range of the second distortion, not putting a lot of damage onto Saroma here. So Cuss, what was he thinking there? Oh, it looks like he wanted to make a play there with Pacifist, but gets spotted out by Knight as the Scuttler here with the mark for the Kindred is being taken by Knight, as Tacos did give the blue buff onto Cuss there.
Yeah, and I think this is a really good job by SLU. Despite not being ahead of game, despite being down in kills, they've been doing a very good job of establishing vision control. They're playing like as if there's no deficit, and they should be able to get this repair now, which will put them in a decent spot.
Who will get this buff though? They're just pinging at it. Oh, there we go. Saroma gonna get the buff. And True Shot Barrage actually comes out of Saroma there, hitting the behind of that bot 0-1. I don't know where it was gonna hit though.
I think, is he just trying to aim to clear the wave? Or
I'm not sure, the wave was pushed already. Or
okay,
maybe it
so
was a little bit late.
interesting true shot barrage.
Yeah, but anyways, blue buff as well as their apparel was given to Saroma's Loving Arms, though the 2-0-0 of Cuss with that magic penetration shoes, sorcerer shoes rather, might make Saroma a little bit too, make him to be a bit defensive, but those minions in the mid lane shall be pushing in favor of Saroma.
Yeah, and Teromo has been doing a good job of keeping up in CS despite getting bullied quite a bit in this mid lane. 120 to 122, and very good job by him.
Exactly. I mean, he has been caught out by Cuss by a couple of times, but like you said, it was really nice of him to actually not fall down in terms of the CS, especially against a LeBlanc who has been relentlessly, pressuring him in that mid lane. So in the top lane though, look at this. Rook has been just decimating Pacifist. 20 HP the discrepancy, 1 kill to 1 kill, but look at this turret, almost about to go down, as it looked like Rook's is pretty healthy. Mid lane though, look at that, another, wow, Cuss there. Did he actually time
He got
that
a really
right?
nice read on that SL train. Yeah, right when
Exactly.
he went for that arcane shift.
That was beautiful there, coming out of Cuss. Now there's going to be a clash here in the bottom lane. Here goes Pacifist with the knockup onto King. Oh my god, King, you're just going to get decimated. And Rook a little bit too late to the party with a 5-man invade here coming in from CPU. Oh my god, that's so much damage as the color coming out of Yan Yan just to put more pain to the injury that CPU is just breaking right now into the whole of SLU. Look at that, it's only Saroma who was able to, actually he was, I think he just responded.
He was dead.
Yeah, so I think that was a
Yeah, but
delayed
that was
ace.
an unofficial ace.
Yeah.
And that was a very good collapse coming in from CPU. 5 members immediately in that bot lane, getting the kills onto all those members, and only losing 1 themselves. And with that, that puts the gold lead at 4,000. They have taken the first turret of the game as well. And with that, they should be able to buy some decent amount of items.
I think that was SLU starting the fight, right?
Yeah, it was SLU starting the fight by, I think it was Pawn who started the fight. Then the collapse came in.
Yeah, and it was actually Rook teleporting in later than Pacifist. So some miscommunication errors there coming in from the side of SLU, as we did see that Pacifist knocked up King and put him to very low HP, so that when Taco was actually there in the fight, he was just, what, 1 hit to 2 hits away from dying.
Yeah, definitely, and very good job by CPU in general. And we take a look at the items, we do see that Essence Reaver has been completed by Yan Yan. We do see that he's also picked up a Zeal, so that's a decent amount of gold. Pacifist has picked up the Glacial Shroud as well, so lots of items coming down for all these members.
Yeah.
And CPU is just in a really good spot to do whatever they want right now. Dragon is up, there are 2 turrets on the map, and we should be expecting them to group up right now.
Yeah, and this is actually looking really bad right now for Ryo, because a while ago he was bullying out Pacifist, but because of that unofficial ace in the bottom lane for CPU, Pacifist is already in that spot wherein his AoE damage is just too much. We do see right there Cuss actually going in, forcing King, or rather Knight, to go back, and he's still going in like a beast right there. A little bit too insane from him, but that does allow CPU to finalize the last hit on their first dragon.
Yeah, so that will be the first dragon coming in for CPU. And no kills were shed during that dragon fight. SLU conceding that dragon very peacefully, not giving up peacefully. Yeah,
that's true. And well, we saw there that Cuss was actually going into Knight, forcing Knight to actually use his ultimate defensively, and not as the bait type of echo that we do want to see. And like you said, no bloodshed, but CPU were able to bully out SLU there, as no teleports come in from Rook or either Pacifist.
Yeah.
So right now, wow, Pawn getting caught out just a little bit there, gets knocked up by the Ice Pillar of Obedai, but while that's happening in the top lane, it's going to be Rook going in onto Pacifist. Oh my god, Pacifist says, what's happening? You have your Black Cleaver? Okay, I'm just going to go down right now. And it looks like SLU or CPU are on the hunt, as SLU are on the retreat, forces the flash out of King. Nobody follows through, and Cuss actually distortioning back. Didn't know why he didn't want to go for the chase there, but still, that was a one-for-one trade.
Still pretty good for CPU right there, and Saroma, 0-3 right now. He hasn't been able to do much with this Ezreal mid. Trying to build up that Lich Bane right now, however, not fast enough, as we do see LeBlanc has picked up that Morellonomicon and does have that Abyssal Scepter to his name.
Wow, so that Sorcerer Shoes and Abyssal Scepter, double Magic Pen items.
Yeah, that's a lot of magic penetration, especially when your targets don't really have the highest value
Yeah,
of
MR.
magic. MR, yeah.
That's true. And Pacifist as well. Yeah, Pacifist is gonna get, you know, some support or some benefit from this Abyssal Scepter. So when he does go in the fights and Cuss is there, his skills will hurt just a little bit more.
Yeah, that is definitely true. And we do see that Yan Yan has picked up that rapid fire cannon. Looks like we have 3 members of CPU rotating to the mid lane. Kings are going down, so it looks like they do want to take this turret.
Yeah, he got his 2 items spike right now, so they're pretty confident that they can take this mid lane easily. And there is that 3,000 gold advantage that is making them even more confident.
Yeah, and the wave clear was used by Saroma. The ultimate burnt, so it looks like SLU doesn't really have much to clear the waves, and I feel like this turret should fall down.
Drift Barrage didn't hit this other wave. I think it was
a bit too far to the left, I think.
Yeah, or it came out after the Drift Barrage passed the spawn point of the minions there. So they're gonna be embraced by full HP minions here, and the siege of CPU has begun. Will SLU fight for this? Pawn goes in though, but not to great effect. The TP for Pacifist is there, and wow, that's a lot of damage going in onto Cuss there, as the members of CPU are backing up for a little bit of a retreat session. Look at that Pawn, forcing himself to actually use the Unbreakable Will as the members of CPU back off at the next second of him activating that ultimate. Oh my god, Cuss!
Very close, wow. Just 1 second off and Saroma would have died.
True that, but you know what? It all... Oh, wait, never mind, Cuss. He doesn't open his shop yet while he's
that's happened to me before. You're opening your shop, thinking about what you want to buy, then all of a sudden you end up dead.
That's true.
The worst way to die.
That's yeah, exactly. I guess the other one would be you lagging, not your character, your champion doesn't move, and then when you actually reconnect, but you're still in game, it just dies.
Oh yeah, that's also terrible.
Yeah, exactly. So we did see there Pacifist actually using his teleport to get out of Rook's range, because I think his flash is much more important to him than that teleport.
Yeah, it definitely is. The flash does allow him to go for those initiates that CPU really needs to set up, and this Lich Bane Ezreal not really doing too much.
We'll see though, we'll see. Actually, that's true. He has the damage, but then he hasn't
used it.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the best positions wherein that damage would be fully utilized. Saroma, wow. 2 Sigil of Malice with the Mimic from Cuss, putting him down to 40% HP.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming in from the LeBlanc. LeBlanc does have that blasting wand as well. Might be building that Void Staff, might be going for that Rabadon's Death Cap. We'll have to find out. And Dragon's up in a minute, so both teams are probably going to be looking to set up for this Dragon.
Yes.
Rift Herald being taken by Raging Tacos.
Distortion Boots also upgraded by Cuss there, so he wants to get his Flash as well as Ignite up pretty fast.
Yeah, that is true. Let's see if this works out for the LeBlanc. You don't really see that many LeBlancs getting those Distortion Boot enchantments extremely early into the game.
I think it's because, LeBlanc has a distortion skill.
Yeah, that's true.
So it kind
Double
of,
distortion,
yeah.
it just cancels out.
Oh, I thought it was like ×2.
Oh, maybe.
We'll see. But
Oh
now,
yeah, I think it is ×2, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have begun the dragon fight, or it looks like they want to begin this dragon fight. Will SLU, stop this? I think they should, because it's a very tough task for them to allow CPU to get that, the burn power from that second dragon buff. Wow! Damage on the Yan Yan, though. Quite painful. But look at that, Tacos going in a little bit too aggressive, gets caught out. Nicely timed. Triple man knockup there coming out of Pawn. And now it's a split fight from the side of CPU as well as SLU. There's the ultimate coming out of Pacifist, but then Taco goes down as Knight flashes in with the phase dive, and it looks like it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade in favor of SLU. Look at this though, Rook still alive, gets slapped there to cuss by Knight, and in the blink of in the blink of an eye, CPU just get decimated.
Yeah, and they turned the tides around. The gold lead now only 4K in favor of CPU. And that was very well played by King, I have to say. Very good positioning during that team fight. And again, Rook with the very good frontline damage.
That's true. Have to note though that Tacos didn't use his ultimate.
I think he got bursted to... No, he did use his ultimate.
He didn't use it in like the team fight. He used it to save himself because he was out of position.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then flash in by Knight, making that this 3-2-5 or 3-1-5 a while ago, Kindred not matter. I mean, she has the damage, but she got caught out.
Yeah, so let's see what this Kindred does decide to do. She has completed the Maw of Malmortius, so going to be able to soak up that magic damage coming in from this Ezreal. Ping's going down near the Baron Pit, and both teams just clearing up their jungle camps.
Alright, so there is, like you said, the setting up of the vision here for the side of CPU. SLU, they're not going to allow their opposing team to, or their opponents right now, to set up vision on that Baron. Possibly might allow, you know, Yan Yan to shred through that Baron HP. Oh, there's a knockup though onto Cuss, forcing the face of the mountain from Obanite, and Cuss forcing himself to flash to the side as that true shot barrage from Saroma almost hitting him and getting that last hit.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. Looks like they're trying to siege this mid lane turret. Now Pawn gets taken down extremely low.
And he uses his Unbreakable Will yet again, but look at that Obanite just decimated by the members of CPU. Nice triple man knockup there coming out of Pacifist, but is this enough for CPU to come back as Yan Yan is so far behind his own teammates that he cannot find the angles to go for. But Cuss, oh my god, is making a very, very nice play there with the distortions, just forcing out SLU before that mid-tier one goes down!
Wow.
Oh my god, Saroma for the second time, you get it, man. It's not third time's the charm, it's second time's the charm.
And who came out on top from that trade? It looks like it was fairly even, actually. 2 for 2? Or 2 for...
I think 2 for 2.
Alright, so a 2 for 2 trade, and no one really comes out on top. No objectives being taken as a result of that team fight.
I think it was CPU a little bit ahead. I guess like because SLU were planning to get that mid-tier down, it's still up. Maybe. Just a little bit.
Alright, I guess so CPU comes out on top.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. But SLU, they know now that they can fight CPU. The only trouble right now for, I would say, SLU is Pacifist. If he can keep doing that 3-man knock-up, it might allow Yan Yan, Tacos, and Cuss, you know, to find the perfect angles to actually make this Malphite ultimate, which has been, you know, getting a lot of targets every time they go for a fight effective. Much more effective, I mean.
Yeah, that's definitely true, and let's see what this Malphite can do. Of course, like you said, the ultimate, very crucial coming into these team fights. And Saroma and King need to be careful. You can't QSS that Malphite ultimate, so yeah, you can't run.
Can't hide. Can only...
Doesn't like Kindred have a quote along those lines?
Yeah, you can run. I can't remember. it's something like that. It's because she's the hunter. Or she is a hunter.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay. So it looked like SLU was wanting to get that mid-tier one a while ago. Just a couple of seconds ago, but they were lacking the wave to push. So look at this though. Saroma is actually having a hard time using the Mystic Shots to finalize the hits on the minions. But it doesn't matter because his ultimate is on a very low cooldown. How long is the cooldown on that?
40 seconds, and that slowly decreases every time he lands that Q.
That's true. So Saroma here is betting on his Essence Flux Arcane Shift as well as the much more lower cooldown of his True Shot Barrage to allow them to, I would say, siege. Because aside from him, they don't have really long hope.
Yeah, this turret should finally go down for the SLU side. Looks like they're trying to go for one more We do see, of course, that Pacifist is in the top lane, does have a teleport available, and here comes the teleport.
There we go. Here comes Cuss going in onto the backline. Nice stun coming out of King Ted, but another ultimate from Pacifist makes it worth for the CPU side. Look at that Malphite just going in and rolling over his opponents. But you know what? There's so much red coming out of King as well as Rook that it becomes a 1-4-3 in favor of SLU, and now they're going to work for this mid-tier 2, possibly getting that mid-tier 3 and then the inhibitor.
Yeah, and that was only Saroma who died in that fight. Saroma did a pretty good job of landing his skills before falling down. And once again, see SLU making that comeback. Gold lead is actually now in favor of them for the first time in a long time. And they will be able to take this inhibitor as well.
Yes. And Cuss, well, we were talking about how a LeBlanc can just poke, you know, or damage your opponents to make them a little bit too antsy. But he went in a little bit too man mode there and got stunned by King Tet saying, nope.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, looks like right now that the gold lead of CPU has been diminished as SLU has been getting fight after fight, objective after objective. But CPU, of course, not behind by a lot. They can still make something out of this, though. King is getting his items ready, so that Vayne is gonna start to hurt pretty soon.
Yeah, the QSS was picked up by the Vayne, and he has picked up the, I believe that is the pickaxe as well, so decent amount of items being picked up. Dragon has been started by the CPU side. There are pings going down, so they do know that this is going on.
That Dragon's gonna hurt, though.
CPU backing off.
Wow, look at that. Rook not even taking any damage. Nice double man up coming out of Vaughn. Yes, he's been on point, but look at this from the back line. Here comes Pacifist. Oh no, he only gets the one target and King didn't even take damage from that. It's only going to be CPU going in one after the other, going down, just giving buffet after buffet, meal after meal, making busog these members of SLU. Look at that, King Ted doesn't even care that there's a bot tier 2 there. He gets the hit onto Yan Yan. And Pawn might go down, but oh no, the slow! The damage from the undertow and the axes finalize the hit onto Cuss, making that a 1-for-5, and then...
It looks like they're going to look to end the game right now, so what a comeback coming in from SLU. They were down for the majority of that early and mid game. However, in the end, looks like they are going to prevail and take the first game of this best-of-3 series. SLU versus CPU, guys.
And it looks like that was a very dominant performance coming out of SLU. It looked like CPU had it because Pacifist, Taco, Cuss, as well as Yan Yan. Hey guys, sorry.
Hey.
We're really dominant in the early game, but then in the fights, it just looked like they were a bit too... How would you say it?
I'd say their team fights were a bit scattered, and it was just really well played coming in from the SLU side. The Olaf very good in these team fights, so was the Vayne. And Saroma, despite dying quite a bit, he did the most damage to champions, so the AP Ezreal paying off for this SLU team. So let's see what's going to happen in coming into the next game. I think both teams just really need to refresh, as that wasn't really the cleanest game coming in from either of those teams. I'm sure that both of them want to play better than how they did in that past game.
Last chance for CP to come back from this, or if SLU does get that second game, they will move up into the semi-finals of the LCL. So we'll be back after a short break to give you Game 2 in this best-of-3 series. Again, I am GS Asar with an I, and alongside here with me is
GSD.
And don't forget, we're about to, of course, today we have our match and win for the other skins.
Yeah.
Can we show to our viewers what these skins are? It's the Super Alistar, the Striker Illusion, the Dunk
Master
Darius, the Goalkeeper Alistar, and the Superfan Gragas. So I think the NALCS casters are talking, what does a Superfan Gragas drink? It's Gatorade, man.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah, it's obvious. But if you know Gragas, he drinks alcohol.
Yeah. But
so
alcohol is prohibited at sporting events, you know?
Actually, no, not for the viewers. I think in
Really?
like European countries, they can like drink beer
Oh,
while
okay.
watching
Like
rugby.
in the stadium?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's true. Never mind.
See?
I stand
All right,
corrected.
so we'll be back after a short break. So guys, see you later.